in a sea of blue. I can't stop thinking about you. The way you walk, the way you stand, the way you do you. Blueberry motherfucker you. That's right, blue, blue, blue. Blueberry motherfucker you. You act like you own the place. In the Cuban yard you're far away. Blueberry motherfucker you. Saving my nickels and dimes, taking my time so I can get my bone and structure from blueberry motherfucker you. I know you're gonna produce. I got to save up, I gotta invest in you. Blueberry motherfucker you. You are the best, cleaner than the rest. Blue, 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 sweet blue. You sexy motherfucker you. We love you, we sure do. Drink you like blueberry juice. Blueberry motherfucker you. I've seen many blue dogs, but none are like you. Blueberry motherfucker you. You blueberry motherfucker you. You got me waiting and waiting, gave me the blueberry motherfucker blues.
What is going on, fam? I hope you love that intro. Blueberry. I went ahead and named the song the Blueberry MF for Blues, man. Nothing but love. What is going on, man? I've been getting hit up by quite a few people today. I guess I've had quite a few people that are, were off due to Thanksgiving and whatnot. They were hitting me up, many asking me about this last. Yeah, RGB says, oh, we love Blueberry MF. Yeah. I know it's getting sticky. It's getting sticky. It's a nice little sticky song, man. Malachi says he hasn't started on his video yet. Oh, okay. No issues. So I've been getting hit up, man. I've had quite a few people hit me up asking about, hey, man, what's going on with the barf diet? Like, I honestly, I don't know where all these questions are coming from. I've been talking raw now for about a good 4 or 5 years, I guess. But here's the thing. I got called by 2 people in particular. One texted, the other one called. And they were saying that their vet, they brought up to their vet that they were feeding raw and that the vet, is going off the wall, this and that. And my question is very typical and very usual. And my question is, have you seen improvement in your dog? That's the bottom line. Have you seen improvement in your dog? If you've seen improvement in your dog, then, why are we taking the vet's advice as if though it's the only advice available? Here's the deal. Vets definitely are taught about nutrition and whatnot, particularly when dogs have like allergies and things of that nature. But what if I told you that it has been well documented that vets are influenced by pharmaceutical companies? Malachi says anything that isn't their hill science kibble, then it's a no-no for them. I couldn't help. You hit the nail on the head, Malachi. That hill science diet, I have gone over that kibble over and over again. It is honestly, I think it's more like animal abuse if you're feeding that to your dog. It's just such garbage. Now, for some dogs, there is an improvement. Now, I'm going to get to that here in a second. People make raw complicated. I agree, bro. I really agree. The reason that sometimes there is an improvement is because sometimes your dogs may be allergic to the chicken fat. And the reason they're allergic to the chicken fat is because the steroids and growth hormone that are injected into livestock, whether it's chicken or cows or whatever, um, it all ends up on that underneath layer of fat. So you go there and you're talking about your dog has allergies. They sent you over to their full grain kibble over there, Hill Science, whatever. And because it doesn't have the chicken fat, then all of a sudden you think it's working and it's phenomenal. Um, it may be working, but I highly think it's not phenomenal. You're so right. Kibble is garbage. I couldn't agree, man. Wolf King says, "Good morning, Bully fam. What is up, Wolf King? Where are you writing from, guys? Let me know. Some of y'all may be across the globe somewhere. Let me know what country and what state you're in. But I wanted to show you guys something, so you can not necessarily just take it, from word of mouth. I mean, I know you guys believe in what I say, but I definitely want to show you guys something. So I went ahead and pulled up this article. Let me go all the way up so you can see. This is a Reuters article, right? Reuters, right? So this is legitimate source. This was as of December 23rd, 2014. Okay. Um, let me get you to where I want. Okay, so check this out. Look what it says. It says no laws or regulations, including the new FDA directives, require veterinarians to reveal financial connections to drug companies. So there's nothing that requires them to. It also says, or further, it says, that means veterinarians can be wine and dine and giving scholarships, awards, stipends, gifts, and trips by pharmaceutical benefactors without the knowledge of the FDA or the public. Of the 90,000 veterinarians who practice in the U.S., about 11,000, or 1 out of 8, work in the food animal production, according to 2013 workforce study. Livestock and poultry specialists advise growers on health issues from insemination of birth to weaning to fattening to euthanasia. They also treat a variety of illnesses and injuries. Many train farmhands how to spot disease and administer drugs. Here's where it gets awesome. In some ways, the role of the veterinarian is more complicated than that of the medical doctor. For a veterinarian, the patient is the animal, but the client is the owner. In the case of food production, those clients are seeking to maximize profit, and part of the veterinarian's job is to help them do so. Veterinary medicine is little regulated corner of the medical profession, more dependent on industry funding than its human counterparts. And Reuters found that let me highlight that. Reuters found that drug companies, hold on, there you go, that drug companies support veterinarians at every stage of their careers. Sometimes the payments are as small as $10 for a meal, $250 for an hour talk, but large funding arrangements, $100,000 for research, for example, are not uncommon, right? So I guess what I'm trying to tell you guys, hold on, let me go ahead and take it down. What I'm trying to tell you guys is it's not me. I'm not the one that's pointing the finger at veterinarians getting money under the table from either pharmaceutical companies or what have you. This is Reuters reporting it, man. This ain't me. You know what I'm saying? We got Emmanuel Woods from Trinidad and Tobago. What is going on, brother? Let's see, man. Let me see who we got here. We got BB Roddy. My dog can eat homegrown chicken, no side effects, store-bought chicken immediately, allergic reaction. Thank you. Thank you. And that's because of the crap that they're putting into chicken. Think about this, guys. Wolves have been eating chickens for millions of years. What do you mean is, what do you mean you're allergic to chicken? That's almost like a lion being allergic to a zebra. This is what they typically eat. Rican Blue says vets are taught on kibble and not raw nutrition. This is absolutely true. Esoteric Wiz says, peace and love to the QBN family. Number love, man. Only store-bought poultry she can eat is butterball turkey. Greatest ever says, my husband has our large dogs on kibble. I would prefer barf. He lets me give them raw bones at least. When I got my Chihuahua, I didn't know better than wet and cooked food. Fair enough. If you buy yourself a grinder and you grind, the bone for your Chihuahua, I'm sure he or she's going to be very thankful. Rican Blue says, two POI check out when it comes to raw. Oh, okay. I guess 2 videos. Dr. Karen Becker and Dr. Ian Billinghurst. All right. Greatest ever says she gets raw bones, chicken legs, and beef ribs, but can't eat the bones because obviously she only has a few teeth. Okay. Got you. Rican Blue says 2 people I check out when it comes to raw is that Karen Becker and also Dr. O'Connor. Okay, good deal. Yes, I have seen videos of every one that you've mentioned. Veterinarians, like doctors, can't make money off of healthy bodies. BB Roddy, I hate to have to agree with you on this, but this, in my opinion, and this is strictly based on my opinion, I feel that that's one of the main reasons why vets don't want you on raw. Look, I have changed over the years, right? Because I've been breeding now for about 10 years. We have had, I would say, anywhere between 6 or 7 different veterinary clinics. Of the 6 or 7, all of them have Hill Science diet on their, when you walk into the office, they have the bags of that crap up there. And every time I have come to talk to them about raw and garlic, it's, hands up in the air at first. This is what they do. Oh my goodness, you shouldn't be doing that, this and that. And I let them talk their spiel. And as soon as they're done, I tell them, I said, look at the dog. Does the dog look unhealthy to you? And the response has always been, no, the dog actually looks freaking healthy. So I'm trying to prove a point to you. The other thing I want to bring up here that I want to show you guys is because people are under the impression that garlic is toxic for dogs. Let me just say that not only is it not toxic for dogs, the study, when it was done originally, it was done in a university in Japan. They fed 13 garlic cloves to a dog. Forget a dog. If I fed you 13 garlic cloves, you're probably going to throw up. There's probably going to be an allergic reaction or whatever. Doesn't even have to be 13 garlic cloves. It could be, I don't know, 13 glasses of water I'll make you drink. I'm pretty sure we're going to have some ill effects from you drinking more water than your body even needs. What I'm trying to get at here is this right here. I want to show you. Let me bring it up. Yeah, here we go. So let me make sure it's up. Yep, it is. Perfect. So check it out, man. When it comes to your dog's health, whether preventatively or curatively, you need the most up-to-date and accurate information about safety and benefits. By the way, this is Volhard Dog Nutrition, okay? So we're going off of their what they wrote. Garlic, long used as a beneficial herb and listed by the FDA as approved for pet food. So the FDA has approved garlic for pet food. It's still under attack despite a 2004 follow-up study recommending garlic for dogs by the majority of scientists. Did I say breeder? No, I said scientists. That's what they wrote. Here it is. Let me highlight it. Scientists involved in a 2000 study done by Japan. Remember I said there was a Japanese study? We're talking about it. Japanese study was the catalyst that cultivated garlic's reputation as a food that can harm your dog. This study by K.W. Lee et al. Fed 5 grams of garlic per kilo per day to the dogs. That's an excessive amount. I was just talking about this. equivalent to feeding about 4 full heads of garlic or 60 cloves to a 75-pound golden retriever. Would you feed 4 heads of garlic to a 75-pound dog? This is the amount these guys were feeding. All right. And I'm not saying it. This is being said by them. Or 23 grams of garlic, 6 to 8 cloves to a 10-pound dog before they'd experience any adverse effects. Definitely don't feed this amount. So basically, they were feeding. Look, it says like nettle and turmeric. The evidence suggests that small doses of raw garlic should be medicine for dogs. What? But the internet and my vet say, I love it. What? But the internet, here, let me highlight it. What? But the internet and my vet say. Right. So let me go ahead and jump off of there. So you see how misleading studies can be. You see, the reason in America, America is a very complex country. Let me tell you why. We are at the forefront of scientific study. We're the world's most dominant economy, most dominant military, right? We also have corruption. Yeah, we don't like to talk about that, but we do. You see, we don't do corruption like these little third world countries do, where they give Raul $50 so he could speak on this, and I'm gonna speak on that because I got $50. That's not how we do it over here. See, the way we do it over here is you have these big pharmaceutical companies, and they're going to come over to these veterinary universities and colleges, and they're going to donate $1 million to build a library. Wow. What do you know? What great humanist thing to do to build a library for this university. Oh, did they not mention that comes at a cost? What do you mean? Oh, yeah, there's a cost to it. What's the cost? Well, the cost is not only are they going to pay for this library and fill it up with books, the curriculum that you're about to give to your students is going to include this, or better yet, it's going to include this book, which they're also going to donate for free. So think about it, man. You're a dean at a university. This pharmaceutical company just gave you a $5 million library, brand spanking new, and all they want is to donate these books. You're going to give thumbs up. Here's the deal, guys. We know this from past history and whatnot. What you get taught, that first impression, that first time you get taught something, 9 times out of 10 is going to stick with you. The theory behind it is going to stick with you. And that's what's happening with many, 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 many of these veterinarians. But furthermore, once they do graduate and they start practicing, they start seeing the benefits of working with these pharmaceuticals. They start figuring things out. That's why they have Hill Science on the shelves. That's why every dog that walks through the door, oh, we're a no flea, no tick veterinary clinic. All dogs that walk through the door need to get this little shot or whatever, which is one of the reasons I'm leaving my current vet. Every time I take a dog in, oh, we're a no flea, no this, no that clinic. I'm like, okay, great. You want to inspect my dog? No. What it means is we got to give your dog this, and it's a $7 charge. Just a $7 charge. Think about it. Multiply that $7 charge by the 50 people they saw on that day. That's $350 they're putting in their pockets. Plus, multiply that by 365 days in a year. And then give the pharmaceutical their cut, and the vet just made a cut, right? Sometimes, man, we put these doctors and vets and all these other lawyers and all this and that up on a pedestal. Don't even get me started on a lawyer. Don't even get me started talking about lawyers. My point is, they're human beings just like you and I. And they all have greed. They all have a family. They all some of them, who knows, they might have more than one home somewhere, may want an extra yacht. And therefore, they're not going to be talking about feed your dog garlic, something a herb you can grow in your own backyard. No, 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 no. We got to charge you these $7 because we're a non-flea, non-tick clinic. That's how they roll. And I come in and are you giving any heart preventatives, any flea and tick? Yeah, sure am. I give raw garlic. Raw garlic. Oh, wait, I'm just a vet tech. Let me go get the vet to talk to you. Bring her in here. We're going to have a great talk when she comes in. Then they bring him in. And I let them, because, they have found that there's a higher incidence of E. coli and streptococcus and this and that and the dog's feces and this and that. Well, first of all, E. coli needs to be in the dog's feces. The problem lies is when E. coli goes from the feces to the mouth. So as long as the dog's not eating the poop, we should be fine, right? In addition to that, I'll tell them, does the dog look unhealthy to you? No, the law. Okay, so then that's the problem. That's the major problem, is that the dog actually looks healthy. If the dog was unhealthy, then that's not a problem because you have the solution, right? To you, it's not a problem. To me, it would be a problem. But now I just turned the tables. Now the dog is healthy. That's a problem for you. All you could do is give a rabies booster, and that's it. You're not going to see me for the next 3 more years. So just keeping it real, man, because a lot of times we think that these vets are out here, to give you their true, they're working for the love of medicine, this and that. Nothing could be further from the truth. And you find it even more in city vets. Unfortunately, city vets have a higher rent, higher prices for just about everything. And they have one thing working against them. They don't have livestock to maintain their business model. In other words, they got to make their money off of the majority of cats and dogs that are coming through the door. This is why, in my opinion, there's this ASPCA model that's being pushed by Big Pharma, right, to grab these poor little old ladies just retired or they're empty nesters or whatever, and they walk into a shelter because you should adopt, not shop, right? And they walk in there, and next thing you know, each dog has a story that breaks your heart. And guys, I don't want you to think any less of me. I've rescued 4 dogs. I am a dog lover, and I feel all dogs should be saved. But I'm not exposing the dogs. I'm exposing the actual business that's being ran under supposedly good intentions. We're here to save dogs. No, that dog, we found him. He was in this abandoned home, and we showed up 2 hours before he died, and we were able to put an IV, this, that, and the third. They sell it they do sell it. They call it an adoption fee, but they sell it, right, to this old lady. Old lady, next thing you know, takes the dog home, comes back about a week later. What's going on? His tongue is turning yellow. Oh, yeah, only one kidney's working. You're going to have to bring him in every week so we can do dialysis. Next thing you know, this old lady's forking out money out the yin yang. And vet's happy because she adopted. She didn't shop, right? You see, it's not every instance where adopting trumps shopping. I have always used the example of, if you have a 3-year-old, what are you bringing home? A dog from the shelter or a dog from a reputable breeder where you're able to go see the dogs, see the parents, see the dogs. If you're not seeing the dogs on a daily basis per se in person, you're at least able to go online and YouTube and see 100 videos since the puppies were born as to what's going on, what they're being fed, what the parents are like, how they behave. You have an embark, which is a genetic test along with pedigree. I mean, come on. If you have a 3-year-old, let's be real, guys. We know when no one's looking, that 3-year-old can stick a finger in the puppy's eye or pinch the nose or do something like that, right? Would you feel more comfortable bringing a dog from the shelter who you don't know how they have been abused? Or would you much rather buy a puppy where you're seeing the parents, you're seeing the pup, you're seeing the facilities, you're seeing the conditions, you're seeing. Come on, man. Come on. Let's keep it real, bro. I get it. If it was up to me, all dogs would be saved, right? But think about it from a business standpoint. If you're big pharma, how do you milk people? You milk them by getting them to adopt and not shop, right? Now, that's not to say that there's not some breeders out here, backyard breeders or breeders with low ethics or morals, you know, that are against embark testing, even though it's $100 and they're charging $5, $10, $15,000 for their pups, right? I can't talk for everybody. I'm just saying, find yourself a reputable breeder that is able to embark all their dogs and show you either through video or in person or whatever, versus a dog that's in the shelter and you don't know why he's there for. It's a very simple way of seeing. Malachi says the vet is just as much as a business. It is. When they have that veterinary license, it's pretty much a license to take your money. Every time I go to a vet, to a new vet, it's $150 charge for our physical examination. No, it's not. It's a membership fee. If I bring my dog to you, that vet over there, who's just as qualified as you are, supposedly on paper, is saying my dog is perfectly healthy, but you need to take $150 from my pocket regardless. So you call it an examination. Yeah, I know. Wink, wink. I understand what you're saying. K.S. Kramer says, just like lobbyists do in D.C. Yeah, absolutely, man. Holiday Bullies, what's up? What's up, man? Number love for you, man. I love the live you did this morning, bro. If you guys have not checked out Holiday Bullies, he goes live Friday mornings. Actually, he interviewed me last week. It was a pretty good interview, man. I appreciate you. Live your dog's life. What up? What up? Not much, man. BB Roddy says people say raw is too expensive. My thoughts are you either feed your dog well from birth or pay high vet bills later. BB Roddy, I have to agree with you. I will say I have been kind of changing my raw model. If you guys have watched my cook turmeric to it, we give it along with the raw, and it's great. Some things you cannot give to your dogs raw, like say potatoes, right? Potatoes have something in them that if a dog eats it while it's raw, it could actually hurt and kill them. Greatest Ever says my last comment didn't post. I'm not sure. Raw is not expensive compared to high price kibble. I will say this, guys. Look, I found what I felt was a decent kibble. Now, I did an exam, right? I did a test, better yet. I did a test. Let me see if I could bring this up here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And maybe we could have a discussion on it, okay? But I did a test on various kibbles. Let me bring it up. Here you go. Sorry, guys. I should have been a little bit better prepared. But here, let me just bring it up for you so you can see what I'm talking about. So, share screen. Boom, there it is. All right. So, you see this video right here? I actually did a video experiment, right? And in this video, I talk about a particular kibble that's called Members Mark. Members Mark is a specific kibble that's only sold in Sam's Club exclusively. And I was using the sweet potato and salmon formula. Guys, look, I am not for kibble. I'm more of a raw feeding type of person. However, I must give these people their flowers. Started giving this to the dogs. Previously to that, I had fed Diamond, Naturals, and then I had fed For Health. The poop was pasty. If you guys have seen our kennels, you see that inside we actually have pea gravel. So pasty poop and pea gravel is not good, because when you pick up poop, you're actually picking up more pea gravel than you are poop, right? So it's not a good situation. Long story short, I fed them Members Mark. You'd be surprised. No diarrhea, right? Usually when you change the dog from one kibble to the next, they go straight to diarrhea, and that's because the type of bacteria that's being introduced to the gut is usually not the one that's already there. I don't know what happened, but poop was coming out fine, looking nice and healthy, tight, easy to pick up. Didn't have pea gravel stuck to it. I mean, I was very impressed with that. And I was giving it across the boards, and the dogs were actually eating it and doing well with it. They were doing so well that I mean, we had other kibbles as well. We had Victor, what is it? Pacific fish formula, I think it was ocean fish formula, and we were given wholesomes as well. The amount of weight that these pups added was impressive. So is there a use for kibble? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to come to that here in a second. But I will say they added somewhere between 15 and 18, in some instances was 18% of their body weight. Listen to this, in 24 days. 24 days. So let's say, let's take this into context. Let's say there's a 200-pound man, and in 24 days, this 200-pound man was able to add 36 pounds. Now, looking at the dogs, I will say they don't look overweight, but this was only done in 24 days. What would happen if I go 2 and 3 and 4 months feeding them this kibble? They're going to become overweight, and then that's where the joints and everything start breaking down. Let me rewind here for a second. I did tell you that there is a space of use for kibble. And I would say if I had a dog that was going in the ring, right? A show dog that's going in the ring, and you wanted to fill them up, fill them out, I think that's where kibble comes in. If they were able to gain 15 to 18% of body weight in 24 days, I can see where you can definitely bring that up, and I would have to concede, because honestly, I feel like my pups are looking pretty good. They're not looking overweight. They're looking pretty good. Now, I stopped at 24 days. If I would have continued, say, for another month, who knows where which way we would have gone. Greatest ever says, my struggle is having freezer space and the tools needed. I can understand that. I can definitely understand that. Luckily for me, I live 15 minutes either way from a Walmart. I got a Walmart 15 minutes east, 15 minutes west. So no big deal. We did buy a fridge just for raw. It doesn't have to be them big old long ones. It's actually a little square one. I could actually fit a total of 18 bags of chicken quarters in there. I get the chicken quarters at Walmart. BB Roddy says the holistic vets I follow says garlic and olive oil are good for dogs in small amounts. BB Roddy, let me just say this, my friend. You have been making some nice comments, but I could not agree with you anymore with this comment you just made. Olive oil, I'm actually testing it out. So let me give you a little backstory. My boy Congo, right? He's the only Merle dog I have here. Let me see if I can bring him up so you could get a picture. Here you go. So this is the guy I'm talking about right here. My boy Congo. So my boy Congo, right now, this minute, I'm having issues with, believe it or not, ringworm. With ringworm. Now, let me give you the whole story, right? Before you jump into any conclusions, right? So here's the deal. Next door to me, obviously, I have a neighbor and we have a fence, right? They have a fence on their side and we have a fence on ours. And my dogs love the minute my house dogs, that is, the minute I let them out, they go run up and down with the neighbors' dogs. So they have made this little trail where no grass grows, right? Now, I don't know if you know this, but Southeast Texas, particularly in the area I live, which is Cleveland, Texas, this is pretty much swamp type of weather. We get humidity 355 out of 365 days in a year. Let me put it that way. And the reason I bring that up is because humidity is conducive for fungus, right? Which ringworm is really not a worm, it's nothing more than fungus, it's a fungal infection. So, long story short, this crazy dude loves running over there up and down, and that dirt, right, whenever it rains, is underwater and it also gets muddy. So, guess what happens every time I let him out when there's rain? He'll go run into that mud. He's a mudder. He'll go running over there. So, long story short, he has that area has been contaminated with ringworm, and I'm well aware of it. I can't keep my dog from going in that area. The only way I can keep it is putting a leash on him, right? Which I've actually just started doing. And I'm not going to lie to you, he is completely miserable, right? So, I started trying out and adding olive oil. I've been doing that now for about 4 days. Um, I will tell you, forget about the ringworm thing. That was just a backstory. I will tell you, I could almost feel he doesn't feel oily, but you feel the fur. It just there's a different feel to it. And I've only been giving him olive oil for 4 days, guys. So definitely you want to check into olive oil. RGB says our city vet doesn't like it either, and neither anything I do with our dogs. When I tell her I'm doing this or feed this, she always corrected me and hi to her because she's watching QB&K now. She watching me right now. Oh man. This is not a show that's conducive to vets. No, it actually is, because I will tell you this. I would say I have found 2 vets so far in 10 years that are actually into feeding raw. And they're like me, man. Feed the raw with the bones and all. We're talking about chicken, okay? Chicken quarters, bones and all. Make sure the dog is at least 4.5 months. Second set of teeth are in, and they have the jaw strength to be able to break bone. That's very important. Okay, you just don't give that to just a puppy that still got his milk teeth in there. It's not going to work very well. Let me see. Freddie Stravia says, hey, guys, hoping all is well and everyone enjoyed Thanksgiving. Absolutely. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way, to everyone out there. I'm not saying belated, because Thanksgiving, as far as when I grew up, was Thursday and Friday. This whole Black Friday thing, I think it started out with the millennials or something like that. I don't know. Saludos from Arizona, Jose Hernandez. Saludos. Chester calling it fire. We got Big Nine saying happy Thanksgiving from Outfit Kennels. Purina has done all the work for me. Okay, look, we have work for you. Hey, what I'm gonna let me see here. RGB says, and our country vet loves it and always giving us other tips and natural remedies as well. Find the right vet that loves animals more. Listen, RGB, you got to listen to this lady right here. She is amazing. Her and her husband and her family. I told her from a while back, I told her, find yourself a country vet. The city slickers, man, they're just there for one thing. Find yourself a country vet. And there you have it. There you have it. Case Kramer says you got to know who paid for the study to see if they want to steer the results in their direction. Absolutely, Case Kramer. Whenever I hear studies, I could care less of what it is. I want to know who funded it, because the funding has a lot to do with the end results, or how the way the way in which they're going to spin it. I'm saving my dog and my $7. She's talking about the shot all dogs get in my current clinic right now. Well, hello. What's up, Coach Karen? Nothing but love for you. G Line says, just went to Sam's Club and got that members mark. Salmon sweet potato grub. About to see what it do. Do me a favor, G Line, if you don't mind. Don't feed it just yet. What I'm going to ask of you and anybody else watching is a little bit disgusting, but just follow me here for a second. Do me a favor. Continue feeding whatever it is you're feeding. Take a picture of the poop. Start feeding the salmon and sweet potato. Take a picture of the poop. Trust me on this. Greatest ever says, my brother is a lawyer. Don't get me started. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for you and your family. Listen, I have lawyers in my family. In fact, I even have a judge in my family. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There are certain fields, right, that I just don't respect, and lawyers is one of them. Doctors are real close up there. You see, you guys might not know this, but I'm actually I have a nurse degree, right, and I'm a licensed nurse, and you can look me up in the state of Texas. I come right up, and I've been working as a nurse for 2014. Okay, 14 years, 13, 14 years, anywhere in there. I've been active, I want to say 12 of those 14 years. I will tell you this. The things I saw behind the scenes, the conversations that were had, and the influence that was not evident to me before I became a nurse was mind-blowing. Let me just tell you this. And it's the reason why I am so, some people say, cynical when it comes to vets and doctors. Let me just tell you this. You could be dying on a bed, or you could just have been operated, or you had to go to the ER, whatever the case may be. The way they're going to be treated, right? There's going to be a conversation. If you're an adult, of course, there's going to be a conversation between three entities. And neither you or your doctor are going to be the one with the biggest say. This is the scary part, right? Because when you go in, there's three entities. There's you, right? There's your doctor, and then there's your insurance company. You see, when you go to the ER, they immediately ask for your insurance card, because that's going to determine what's actually going to happen. And unfortunately, I would say 80% of the doctors I came in contact with, a lot of times, the first thing that they would ask for was the face sheet. And the face sheet is where your insurance information is at. So they know how to play there's a cat and mouse game a lot of times between doctors and insurance companies. Now, for that 20% of doctors I saw that were really trying to do the best for their patients, unfortunately, what the insurance is willing to pay for outweighs what the doctor is able to do. And that's just a fact, man. That's not me just throwing this out there. Yikes, did I walk in at the wrong time? No, you walked in at the right time. We got Fredia saying, whenever we take our fur babies to the vet, they make more money. Just like humans, they try things that probably don't even need. We have to be educated. Natural is always best. Well, look, Fredia, let me be straight up. Natural, to me, feeding natural, feeding raw is going to help in the longevity of your dog. Okay. That's just my thoughts. Okay. Why is it? There's no preservatives. There's no tocopherols, right? Ask your vet. Do you know what a tocopherol is? Whenever they recommend you to get that, what is it? Hillside's diet. Ask them, do you know what tocopherol? Do you know what tocopherol is? It's a preservative. It's used to preserve it, right? Ask them. I love to hear, if they're able to say, oh, yeah, I know exactly what it is. No, I have no idea. Well, it's on the bag you're telling me to get. Maybe you should know what's in the bag, right? You're the vet. Oh, snap. I knew it. Damn, Oprah and her mad cow disease conspiracy. She cracking up over here. My comment didn't post again. I'm sorry, greatest ever. I don't know why it's not posting. It could be server issues. That's all I can say. Kahiki Sakata says, I just had a vet doctor come and do a speech in my class. Once I told her I give my dogs garlic, she threw her hand up in the air and said, why? You should leave that to the professionals. Oh, my Lord, have mercy. Look, I'm not saying you could just give any amount of garlic to your dog. In fact, I say do your research before you give garlic to your dogs. But come on, man. Everybody knows, and I've said in the past, I give one garlic clove per 100 pound of dog. And in every dosage chart I have seen online, that's actually below even their recommended value. And I could tell you, I don't have a flea or a tick in my yard. Not one. Fleas really hate it, and ticks really hate it when you consume garlic. We talked about it this morning. Volunteer at your local animal shelter and pay attention to the money. This is true. This is true. In fact, I have one other thing I wanted to bring up to show you guys. And this is just to show you how, certain organizations, let me see where, here it is. Certain organizations are out here making money, making themselves out to be, whoa, what happened? I'm sorry, guys. It's not wanting to come up. Let me try it one time. Let me see if it came up this time. Yeah, there he goes. Okay. So they're conspiring against us, guys. All right. So basically, I want you to check this out, man. I put on there ASPCA CEO salary, right? It says as of 2023, the salary of Matthew E. Bershadker, the president and CEO of the American Society of Prevention of Cruelty in Animals, ASPCA, is $750,000 in base salary plus $276,000 in bonuses and $47,859 in benefits. My question is, I'm not even going to question the $750,000 salary, which you should be questioning, but I'm not even going to question that. My question is $276,000 in bonus. Bonus. Where are you getting that bonus from? Like, shouldn't you just be there to save as many dogs and cats and animals? Oh, there's a bonus involved. Okay. But you're not a business. I understand you're a nonprofit entity who gets food donations and God knows what else donations you get. Probably half of your supplies, who knows, whatever. And then on top of that, you're making a bonus? I don't know about you, man, but if he's making $750,000, which is pretty good money, in addition, $276,000 bonus. You see, I think what the CEO makes should be pasted on the front door of each one of these establishments before you walk in there with this adopt, don't shop mentality, because I think that would kind of change your mind a little bit as you're walking in and seeing he's making $276,000 bonus. How do you make a bonus and you're here saving animals? I don't get it. They can't monetize it. It's not safe to use. Okay. What happened to helping each other out? Money seems to be the focus with veterinarians. Freddie, unfortunately, I'm gonna tell you right now, the world we're living in, especially now with social media the way it is, and people are more isolated than ever. It's about the money. They could care less about helping each other out. Now, you see, here's the difference, right? Like this platform here, we're a community. Fredia, you've been around now for years. Your son Adam Field's been around for years. Malachi has been around for years. Coach Karen, Kahiki Sakata, G-Line. G-Line disappeared and he came back. He's kind of like Houdini. My whole point is We're a community. We're helping each other here. We're communicating. We're throwing it back and forth, right? These guys, they have, you're just a number when you're walking through the door. And in their minds, I can only imagine they have certain quotas they got to meet to be able to know that everything gets paid. I'm just saying. Coach Karen says, for some reason, guys, I apologize, but it seems like the server is having some, it's having issues. So if I'm delayed a little bit, or right now the comments are not wanting to come up. So I'll read the comment. So Coach Karen says, I always treated my own livestock and canines, felines, had to, no vets, and had higher survival rates. And I believe it. Malachi, okay, now it came up. I'm sorry. Malachi says $150 charge and a free bag of Hill Science. Huh. Free bag of Hill Science. I'm pretty sure what's inside of the $150 they're charging, right, for that exam. You're getting choppy, Raul, says Adam Fields. This was a while back. Hayes X says, so true. Cook too. Since I've started, they've improved in every aspect and didn't go to no vet. There you have it. Kahiki, disregard. It was my end. Okay. I just went and got a bag of Members Mark dog food. All right, man. Good deal. It got choppy here too. Okay, so I got choppy for a minute. Sorry, guys. It seems like the servers are, for some reason, having issues. I thought it could have been my internet, but trust me, I'm looking at my speeds and we're doing just fine. Coach Karen says, next challenge, let's take out kibble and throw in canned dog food or kibble can mix. So many on the market, they're claiming raw nutrition. But I will say wet dog food is better than dry dog food any day of the week and twice on Sunday. But this is my opinion. But raw dog food is definitely that much better than canned. Good night. Do you have any ingredient that you can use to firm up stools? Yes. Coconut oil, I find, firms up stools. If you haven't seen our latest video, let me see if I can share the screen so you can see which video I'm talking about. Yeah, here you go. So we dropped this particular video right here. Here's me, what I cook normally. But we also put something that's called greenies. Here, let me click on it real quick and see. Here you go. Check it out. This is for you, man. For the person that's okay. And you can order them online. Give it to. Let me rewind it a little bit. Here you go. Okay. Sorry. Probiotics. And all probiotics is nothing more than the right germs in the gut in order to help the body break down food. We're going to be using this right here. They're called greenies. They come in a little box just like this. Okay. You can order them a lot. All right. I'm not going to put the whole video. You get my gist. You can order that. The greenies, you can order it from Amazon, and it's lactobacillus. And it's just really good probiotic for the gut. It's a good germ for the gut. Kibble is good for weight gain, in my opinion. I agree. That's why I said pumpkin. Oh yeah, pumpkin. Pumpkin is, to me, pumpkin for dogs is a superfood. Coach Karen says they are free, and so is that sub. But chopping it up with all the green, QBN, best damn bully fam. You know it. Coach Karen. Number love. Guys, if you're liking the content, you like the conversation we're having and the interaction, give us a like, give us a subscription, give us a comment. You know how it goes, man. Give us some love. Olive oil is the truth. I have to agree with that. Greatest ever says, yep, pumpkin helps my Chihuahua every time. Pumpkin will harden poop immediately, and that's because pumpkin, without cooking, that is, giving it raw, pumpkin has a lot of that lactobacilli, right? A lot of the good germ for the gut in order to firm the stool. She says she gives to her Chihuahua every time. Got to be careful not to give them too much. She doesn't really like it, but the big dogs do. All right, there you go. Liquid coconut oil is also good. Absolutely. Start your boy on diatomaceous earth orally at every feeding. No worms, no fleas. I agree. That's something else that we use for deworming. Diatomaceous earth, completely natural, right? It doesn't mean that I wouldn't use something like Pyrantel Pomiate, right? I will still use that. But pumpkin seeds, diatomaceous earth are really good, effective natural dewormers. Coach Karen says, well, I have a feeling Dr. Pohl would give this man a stamp of approval. Thank you. BB Roddy says, told my daughter I'd rather they be pole dancers than lawyers. Oh man, you know what's worse? If they become pole dancers, they might end up marrying a lawyer. That would really be horrible. Goshen Bully Yard, Gushing. Oye, ¿cómo estás? Today, a vet suggested Cytopoint injection. That's like $133 a month. Why do you think they are always recommending these things? Come on, man. They're so easy to figure out. Goshen, you need to find yourself a country vet, man. Because country vets, they tend to cattle and horses. That's where their money's at. They'll do the dog and cat and this and that and the other, but that's not where their bread and butter's at. Bread and butter's in the cow and in the horses. The city dude, he doesn't have cow and horses to go to. So he's got to convince you on them $133, what are they called? Cytopoint shots. There you go. G-Line says, I don't have a loose poop problem. I want a healthier, more price-friendlier brand of kibble. I got 8 mouths to feed. Woo! Good luck with that, man. Adam Field says the difference between doctors and mechanics is a mechanic has to fix their comebacks. A doctor buried theirs. Woo. You know, all I'm going to say is so much truth to and, you know, I'm not going to get too far. And again, for some reason, my comments are coming in, but as soon as they do, I will definitely, let me just highlight that. But there we go. One of our dog gets Cytopoint 1 time a year for itching, allergies, and fleas. My sister gives raw garlic to her small breed dogs. Okay. Hold still. That's what Coach Karen is recommending. My puppy ate a sock. That's funny. My daughter's puppy. She has a French bully named Bruno and another one named Bunny. But Bruno ate a sock, and I think 4 days went by, and she's like, well, nothing has come out, so I think he really didn't eat it. We just lost it. I said, no, he ate it. Just give it some time. And then he threw it up. So there you have it. Coach Karen, and who defines that job description? Okay, I'm not sure what you were talking about. I know I've been all over the place. I switched to Wholesome from your recommendation. The dog's looking good so far. KS Kramer, if you switch to Wholesomes, I'm going to give you another recommendation, and this is just a recommendation you could try whenever you want, is try Members Mark salmon and sweet potato. I was very impressed with it. You may be as impressed. I mix my wet food with fresh vegetables. Good stuff. Good stuff. I still use Gorilla Milk faithfully. Wow. We have somebody that's been watching this for 5 years. Adam Fields says Green Monster is good too, G-Line. Adam Fields just trumped you, G-Line. Heck yeah, Green Monster. If you don't know what they're talking about, guys, let me bring it up, right? Let me bring it up so I could let you guys in on the big secret, right? So let me go back to my videos over here so you can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, here we go. Sorry, guys. Internet's been a little sketchy, I guess. But what they're talking about is I actually made a supplement I called Gorilla Milk when I first started making YouTube videos. We're talking about, man, let me give you the exact date. This is September 15th, 2019. So it's been 5 years easily. It's been 5 years. Here you go. Check it out, man. So y'all can crack up. What's crazy is in that video, you're going to see a dog that passed away. His name was Power. I don't, hold on a second. I don't necessarily, hold on. Let me bring it up. I brought up the wrong one. Anyways, my point is I made a supplement back in the day, and it's this right here. It's called Gorilla Milk. And check it out. If you've been paying attention, you've been asking for me to put out the recipe for the Gorilla Milk. Here it goes. First things first, fam. We got to go to Walmart and get the ingredients. All right, fam, we just made it at Walmart. We're about to get our ingredients. The first thing you want to get your hands on, regular old mayo. And the other thing you want to get, candied yams. Absolutely. Get is evaporated milk. Get as many cans as you can. Oh, yeah. Bam, next thing you want to get, rather simple, unrefined coconut oil. Ingredient is sauerkraut. 73% lean, 27% fat, ground beef. $12.22. That's like $30 now. All right, fam, now that we got the ingredients, I'm going to go one by one. We're going to make this happen. All right, fam, first things first, get yourself a blender. Okay, you're going to get yourself evaporated milk, 2 cans. Depending how much you're going to be making, 1 can can do. We got 7 pups, so we're like doing 2 cans. Just pour that in there. And then fill up this can with water. You must fill it up with water. Otherwise, the dog will go into diarrhea, guys. Make sure you give him the same amount of water. The next thing we're going to be adding is going to be sauerkraut. I just like to give 3 spoonfuls coming out of the can. Good helping. Then we do mayo. Again, 3 good spoonfuls worth of it. Yeah, once we've added that, we then go on to the virgin coconut oil. We go ahead and add 3 spoonfuls of that. Next up is the chicken livers. I just throw one good meaty chicken liver in there. We'll also then get the sweet potatoes or the candied yams. I usually pour an entire cup full with juice, yams, and everything. Go ahead and blend that. Here you go, fam. Here's a new batch of Gorilla Milk for them pups. Fam, certainly not last. I go ahead and add 73% lean meat to kibble, and then I go ahead and add the Gorilla Milk to that. And pretty much it's ready to serve once you're done. As you can see, Power just devours the stuff. The boy does not look fat. Fam, if you like the... So there you have it, guys. I just want to make sure you understand what Gorilla Milk is, and I made a supplement like that as well, which is a food topper, and it's called Green Monster. You definitely want to check that one out. Green Monster was probably made about 2 years after this Gorilla Milk, so I evolved. I kind of feel like the Green Monster is actually better. Is this recommended before having pups? I'm not sure what you were asking at the time. I'm sorry if you could repeat the question or be more specific. I have a 9-month-old female, says Jose Malero. XL Bully, she's 105. She's not really fat. You can see her ribs still, but she's not real muscular. What exercises and supplements would you recommend to help build her? Right now, she's 9 months old, bro. Like, let her be a puppy, at least until she's about 20 months old. If you want to do flirt pull, you can keep it on the ground for about 2 or 3 minutes. Right now, if you're concerned about her weight, the best recommendation is as to what you're feeding. I would probably feed maybe raw. If you could transfer her to raw, it's probably going to be a better solution for you. Coach Karen says no sugar yogurt, pumpkin coconut oil is amazing for pregnant bitches prone to yeast. Okay. So I guess that's what that other guy was asking. Greatest ever. Another comment disappeared where I mentioned giving Greek yogurt as a treat in our dog's Kong after freezing it. Greatest ever. I don't know what's happening. Obviously, we were having server issues, so my apologies to you. Juan Ruiz says, Jose, some dogs are leaner naturally. All right, man. Okay. She says she thinks her phone is hacked or they're messing with her. How good are watermelons for dogs during the summertime? Bro, I give watermelons to my dog. In fact, chopping it up into little squares or rectangles or whatever, and throwing them in the freezer, and then giving to them as a treat. It's a great way to keep them hydrated. Coach Karen says kefir's amazing, and you get that from making yogurt. Doubled your protein. Absolutely. Let's see. RGB says we use Green Monster with Kwongo, and he's a picky one. Yeah, Green Monster. Let me tell you that is a topper that, as much as I don't talk about it, because I don't give it to my dogs in the kennel, I actually give it to my dogs here in the house. And if it doesn't have Green Monster on it, pretty much they're going to be looking at me kind of weird. Malachi says, I've only been here as old as my pup is, but trust me, it seems like a long time because I've gotten so much information for the community and your videos. 6 months. Nothing but love, Malachi. Yeah, Malachi, it seems like you've been here forever. Coach Karen says, Mr. Roboto has the dice rolls for the next male puppy name. G-Line says, Green Monster is new. I'm old school. Raul made me step my yard all the way up. Nothing but love, man. You don't know how satisfying it is to know that something that I was able to put on a video was able to help you out, man. That's how legacy gets made. Kahiki says, Raul, it's at the bottom of your list. I don't know what you're talking about. Apple cider vinegar with mother 3 times a week helps gut health. Absolutely. Substitute the chicken liver with Nuvet. Abso-frickin-lutely. That chicken liver, and that's why I was showing it 5 years ago, is what I was giving my dogs 5 years ago. Then when you realize all the stuff they're putting in chicken liver, you soon realize that it's better to probably go with Nuvet. And the reason that you want to go with Nuvet is because there is none of that growth hormone or steroids or none of that in there. Plus, it's cold pressed and is made at human food grade level. Make sure when you go to nuvet.com to get that green bottle where it says Nuvet Plus, and the blue bottle where it says NuJoint. It says NuJoint Plus, but in reality, my recommendation is NuJoint DS, right? And Nuvet Plus. Now, the reason I recommend this bottle, it brings 180 wafers. This one brings 90 wafers. This is a 3-month supply. This one is double strength, so that because it's weight-based, you actually got to give less because it's more concentrated here. And therefore, it usually lasts just as long as the Nuvet Plus. Let me go back here. Give someone a free wheel spin for Thanksgiving. Well, let's start the wheel spins here in a second, man. My bully's very muscular, only go on walks, and I just feed her raw meat with some kibble. I wonder how she would look if I gave her that gorilla milk. Man, look, all I'm going to say is this. Make sure if you're going to be feeding gorilla milk, okay, make sure to get low sodium or no sodium mayo. I did not mention that then because at that time I didn't know better. I know much better now. Make sure to do that. Let me see if I could find the prize wheel. Let's see if we can find the prize wheel. And yep, here it is. And get this thing rolling for some prizes, man. Now I will say there is one of these here that says for Bass Reeves. Because Gaines Bully is not here today, obviously, I will substitute that if you happen to fall on there with any one of my dogs. All right. So I'm talking about my male studs. So that way you don't have to worry about and you know that you win. Man, we've had quite a few of you coming up with some good comments, man. So you're making it very difficult for me. So better yet, yeah, you can make mayo with egg whites and oil. This is absolutely true. All you got to do is whisk it together. So this is what we're gonna do, man. I'm gonna try and hit up these new people that have actually showed up and made some amazing comments. Let's just kind of give them a chance, right? Give them a chance to kind of um, get something. Let's see if they can get something. G-Line. Now you back over here, G-Line, but I see you're not a member. So I'm hoping you become a member. I'm going to make an exception today, and I'm going to go ahead and give you a spin. All right. So let's go ahead and give G-Line a spin. And what I'm going to do is until you become a member, if you do win something, I'm not shipping anything until you become a member, just to make it fair. So here we go, G-Line. Here we go, man. One spin for you. And oh, G-Line. All right, man. We tried it. We definitely gave you a free spin. You can't say I didn't, man. Rican Blues. I seen Rican Blues putting up some amazing comments. He just became a recent member. So Rican Blues, this one's for you, man. This one's for you. And dang it, Rican Blues, you got yourself 50% off of a Congo studding, bro. 50% off of a Congo studding. Do me a favor. Send your information to Kyle. If you don't know how to do it, make sure to download QBN app and then better yet, go to QBN app, go all the way down, click on contact us, send me directly your information, and I'll make sure that we send you a contract. Make sure to include your email. All right. Let's see here, man. Malachi. All right, Malachi. I know you've been around for only 6 months, man. So let's go ahead and give you a spin, Malachi. Let's see what you get, man. Let's see what you get. Oh, Malachi. Come on, Malachi. Jeez, Malachi. Close but no cigar, brother. Close but no cigar, man. Yeah, Rican Blue says thank you, man. Number love, man. Super congrats. That's what I love about this community, man. Yeah, Rican Blues better come up with $4.99. No, Rican Blues is a member. It was it was G-Line. It was G-Line, but G-Line didn't win, man. Shade Tree says, how did I miss this? Oh, Shade Tree, I was wondering where you were. Let me see if we could get one more spin. One more spin. And it's going to be Kahiki Sakata all the way from Hawaii. Here we go, man. Kahiki, number love for you, man. Let's see what you get. Let's see what you get, Kahiki. Come on, man. Ah. All right, man. Kahiki, can't say I didn't give you a spin, brother. All right, man. All right, guys, listen. Hold on a second. Dominic Rome says big win on Congo. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Jose Malero says, I just started watching your video and I'm learning a lot. I really enjoy the content and have recommended to a few of my friends. Nothing but love, man. Do me a favor. If you've liked the comment, give us a like, a share, and a comment. If you haven't subscribed, make sure at least you're subscribed to the channel. And hey, like EJ says, Raul's the GOAT. I appreciate it, man. But nah, I'm not. RGB says, congrats. Congo has the best temperament. I couldn't agree. I could not agree with you more, RGB. Kahiki says it's all good in the neighborhood. Guys, listen. This concludes our little get-together Friday night talking about why your vet doesn't want you to feed raw. I hope you were able to learn something, man, because that's exactly why they don't want you to feed raw. And hold on a second. We got Dupree Anders saying, I was literally considering making gorilla milk again for my 23-month-old boy, Ace Boogie, 80-pound standard this fall winter. It's been a while, Raul. Yeah, I might just make a video with various toppers that I've made throughout time, like the gorilla milk and the green monster, man. Raul's a good friend and a great mentor. You got it, Adam. Teray Thompson, how important is it to do research on Merle chain lengths? I think it's very important. One of the things you got to realize if you have a Merle, guys, is I forgot right now the particular DNA strand, the DNA positioning, but you can't feed ivermectin to Merle dogs. I strongly recommend against it. Just make sure to do your research, man. DTW says, "What up, Raul Bully Talk? What's up, man? None but love, DTW." Jose, one more for me, guys. I got to keep y'all on the hook, man. Got to keep you on the hook. Coach says, "Straight up love for the best damn bully fam." You got it. Congrats, Congo produced very well. Yes, sir. We got Jose Malero. I'm ordering the new joint after this video. Actually, Jose, I recommend Nuvet and NuJoint DS. I have a link below in the description. Follow the link so I can send you directly on there with my code already on there. Case Kramer says, "What are your plans for Blueberry? That dude's will be something special. I'm thinking about using him on my Shamrock daughter." All I'm going to tell you is, dude is special. We're going to open him up to the public, and we're going to use him in-house. So it is what it is. If that's the route you want to go, we're ready. You just need my email, Rican Blues. I need your email. I need your and I need a picture of your driver's license, and I'll be sending you a contract. All right. G-Line says I'm back. G-Line became a member. All right, G-Line. Hold up, man. Hold up, G-Line. I gotta. Here it is.
Pues claro que sí, cabrón.
Pues claro que sí, cabrón. We doing this, man. We're doing this, G-Line. Number love, man. Appreciate you. Kahiki says, keep up with them shampoos, those 5 shampoos I've been using for the past 3 years. You guys been using the shampoos and the food toppings we've been talking about. Dupree Anders, oh, man, can somebody give me a $5 membership? Can somebody give Dupree Anders a $5 membership? Come on, man. Man is asking for it. Let's give him some love. Let's give him some love. Come on. I'm trying to give you guys a chance. I'm going to tell you guys why. Great question, Teray, G-Line. I'm like original member. I was poor. I'm like an original member. You were, man. You were. Well, I was hoping somebody would gift Dupree a membership so I could gift you a free spin. Come on, guys. Somebody. I'm going to count to 10. If it's there, I'm going to go ahead and give it to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, Dupree is going to have to be on the other one. And for those of you that like Blueberry, we're going to leave it tonight with the Blueberry motherfucking blue.
Like blue eyes in a sea of blue, I can't stop thinking about you. The way you walk, the way you stand, the way you do you. Blueberry motherfucker you. That's right, blue, blue, blue. Blueberry motherfucker you. You act like you own the place. In the Cuban yard, you're far away. Blueberry motherfucker you. Saving my nickels and dimes, taking my time so I can get my bone and structure from Blueberry motherfucker you.
All right, I'm going to keep it real with you, Kahiki. I got it in time, bro, so I'm going to go ahead and give you your spin before we finish. Kahiki. This is for you, bro. Come on. Give him something. Stop. Oh, Kahiki. Brother, I was rooting for you, man. I was rooting for you. I'm sure you're going to get it next time, man. Hey, let's go back with the Blueberry blue.
Like blue eyes in a sea of blue, I can't stop thinking about you. The way you walk, the way you stand, way you do you. Blueberry motherfucker you. That's right, blueberry motherfucker you. You act like you own the place. In the Cuban yard you're far away. Blueberry motherfucker you. Saving my nickels and dimes, taking my time so I can get my bone and structure from blueberry motherfucker you. I know you're gonna produce. I got to save up, I gotta invest in you. Blueberry motherfucker you. You are the best, cleaner than the rest. Blue, sweet blue, you sexy motherfucker you. We love you, we sure do. Drink your life.